So what I learned about money? Well, I learned in life that I made a lot of it. And by the time I was 50, didn't have much of it left. There are a lot of reasons for that. I learned what not to do and what to do. I was always raised to save 10% of everything I made, and that was good. I am glad I listened, because there are times in life when, well, life won, and I needed that. Nobody else to help you. So you learn to take care of yourself. And many times everybody's intentions to get along are there. Well, when it comes down to it, everybody pretty much goes for themselves first. And leaves you kind of hanging there with your pants down around your ankles. So I do encourage that. Save 10%. Don't tell anybody about it. It's there for emergencies. And I'm talking to men pretty much today, especially younger men. I think men and women have very different takes on money. I think we see it differently. We try to accrue it differently, and we save it differently, and we spend it. The values that we spend it on are vastly different, I've learned. I've always been happy with little. Probably how I was raised, and the men who raised me, both grandparents and my dad and a bunch of uncles. I always had a few pairs of jeans and a few shirts and nice suit or something. They never were flashy, and I was the same way. I always had a few pair of jeans, and heck, look at me now. I have 2 pairs of shorts and about 10 shirts, 2 or 3 jackets, 3 different shoes, socks and underwear, and that's it. A few hats. I don't need anything else. Don't want anything else. They're comfortable. And I learned to maintain what I had. All the trucks I had, pretty much every time I got the tax return, I would always change the oil in them, make sure they got what they needed, maintain them, change the oil, do what the book says to do on how to maintain it, and those trucks will last a long time. And I did learn, when it comes to socks, underwear, tools, you do get what you pay for. Nothing worse than buying a cheap pair of socks that last a month or two, or underwear. Or when I was younger, I would buy a bunch of cheap tools because I didn't have much money, and that's what you got, cheap tools. But Husky and Craftsman, lifetime warranty. If they wear out or they break, you take them back, get another one for free. So those I did learn to, you get what you pay for. And, I've learned through the years to say no to people. And I'll be honest with you, I've been divorced a few times, and that's exactly what happened. Women divorced me. And every time it was because of money. I said no. I did not agree on spending the money I made on certain things. The truck I had was just fine. The car they had was just fine. If they wanted something different, I encouraged them to go out and work for it, just like I did. Get what they want. And, I have committed to provide for them and take care of them and give them their needs. But when you start accused of being an ogre because you don't give them what they want, well, no, I'm sorry. I ain't going to do it. But I will not spend money foolishly. I believe the Lord gave me a talent on how to make money, through plumbing or whatever, and I do believe that I am responsible to be a good steward with that money. And I was encouraged many times to spend my money on things I didn't agree with. And then after a divorce, of course, you get to keep half of your stuff. And I spent a few times in life starting all over again. And I'm to the point now, I've been single the last 5 years. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to spend my money on a new couch and a new refrigerator and a new bed and new curtains and no. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't want it. I'm done. I'm very content and happy with what little I have. It's mine. Nobody can threaten to kick me out of it. Nobody can threaten to take it away. To be honest with you, nobody wants it. And that's what I like about it. And fortunately, I've had good teachers in my life. I had good bosses, a good dad, uncles, whatnot. They did teach me how to make investments. Just for me personally, I'm not giving advice. I'm just saying what I did. Years ago, I was encouraged to look at gold and silver, and I bought those, and through the years, I'd make some investments in them, and literally they do keep up with inflation. What you can buy with $20 now is a lot less than you could buy with $20 20 years ago. But what you could buy with a piece of silver now is about the same as what you could buy with it 20 years ago. So it does keep up with inflation. It's a store of money, I learned. And then I learned to tithe. That's me personally. I choose to do that. And I have learned to give unto others. I believe Jesus when he said, when you give a cup of cold water to somebody, it's like you're giving it to me. Help those who, if they ask for, if they're hungry, feed them. If they need clothes, give them your jacket. If they're ungrateful, no, I ain't gonna do it. But if they're hungry, I'll feed them. I don't want to give people at the corner money, but I will, and I have many times, buy them a burger and take it to them. That I'm fine with. But I do very well when I'm single. And the times when I am not single, that's when my money just grows wings and flies away. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So, I like being single now. I'm in charge of it. I'm saving. And I can choose to do with it what I want. And I can say no very easily to people. And that's all I wanted to say. I hope a couple men, young men, get something out of it, if I could help you in any way.